Hello there. I have another sketchbook for you. Welcome to Sketchbook 41. He's a bit different looking than my other sketchbooks, but I think he's quite enjoyable. I'm just gonna quickly skip the first page. Welcome. This one I finished a while ago. I finished this back in June. We're not going to talk about the fact that it took me so long to actually make the sketchbook tour video. Don't worry about it. We'll just quickly go to self-portrait of me. I based it around my Minecraft character, and I didn't put my character into shoes, so I just have a whole bunch of socks that I walk around and absolutely ruin. I was working in a kitchen, and I dropped my spoon in the bowl. All very exciting content, right? My father. And then I went to a little kids production of, what was it? Why can't I remember? It was a play of some sort. Belle. It was Belle. They were doing a production of Belle, so this is the character who is playing Gaston and some background characters. My little baby cousins were in it, so at one point they were dressed like silverware. They were so cute. I I'm not really exaggerating the costumes that much. That's what the kids were actually wearing. It's kind of amusing. They did a really good job. This was the restaurant. Afterwards, I was drawing people. Nice observations. More people in the restaurant. Ah, yes. I went over to a flower garden center. Lowe's. Went to Lowe's. And my mom was looking at flowers, but then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna look at flowers, but I'm gonna look at them closer. I'm gonna look at them closer. See all the details. A little study of. I think this was when we went to an actual greenhouse. Actual greenhouse, and then some of the stuff in it. Very pretty flowers. I forgot to spray this page. That's okay, it just adds to the overall aesthetic. Landscape drawing from Pinterest, and then I was drawing some of the kids. Where I was working was it's like a camp outdoor center kind of place. So they help educate the children, and I cook them food. There's like this little bell tower, or little bell, yeah, bell tower kind of thing, and I was drawing that. They use it to call the kids for a meal. The kids have a lot of fun bringing it. I was just doodling around. I don't think this isn't a very specific character. I don't believe I draw her again. Ah, yes. Bean. You thought you escaped Bean, but no, he's still here. He's still here. You can never escape Bean. And also Rita and Rose work. You'll see a lot of that in the sketchbook. I was drawing a lot of characters. This was the little red raccoon. We have like a little story arc for her in what would be presumed second season. More character work for her. I don't know if this is like her final design, or if I went a little bit farther into the raccoon territory, but she is doing her job at looking like a red panda. And then I was like, all right, giraffe. That could be a character. And then I was like, okay, I need to do some landscape studies. I've been doing a lot of character work. So I found some cool pictures on Pinterest, as always. Pinterest is... I don't know what I would do without Pinterest having just a whole bunch of inspirational and very good reference photos, but I guess hopefully you never have to figure out. More Bean. He's a silly little lad, a silly little guy, perhaps a little gentleman. No, he's uncivilized. He was raised by ducks. He does not have any manners. More observational drawings. I I'm struggling to remember exactly where I was when I was doing these. Hmm. Oh, that was a kid I saw. I th- he was just holding the dinosaur like this, which I thought was really funny. I'm not sure where we were, but he's being so silly, and he was just holding it by the tail. I thought it was a good time. He was a mood. Uh, and then I was like, okay, what if I played around with ink washes? And really like birch trees, and birch trees and ink washes go very well together. So we did a couple of those, and then since I already had the ink out, I messed around with different things, and then Bean obviously had to be included. Uh, I think I was just doodling. I don't think I was doing anything specific there. I am planning to completely transform my dad's backyard. It is kind of sad. So, those are the preliminary plans for that. We'll get his input on things. Some wonderful things include a smokeless fire pit. Ooh. Ah, more. Uh, dang. Pip. I I was drawing Pip. She's my little. Ignore the SpongeBob. uh, I I don't think I was doing this for any specific reason. I think I just wanted to draw them. Ah, little crows. That one's from memory. These guys, and then I grabbed some reference pictures. I still need to practice birds with open mouths because while this is amusing, it's not quite it. More character design. I got a little possum now, and some giraffes. This is one of my favorite pages in the sketchbook. I was start playing around with gouache, and yeah, it's kind of funny. Sometimes I don't practice in a medium for a while, but because I've practiced mediums that are similar to it, I am also pretty decent at it. So since I practiced with acrylic last school year, 2 years, it's 3 semesters ago. Yeah, that sounds right. 3 semesters ago, I have gotten better at gouache as a result. These are more of that. It's landscape studies. Particularly like this one. I like the color scheme of this one, but I feel like the front could be more defined. It's not terrible. I just maybe needs a little bit more contrast. And I was messing with some drawing of fruit. I was looking for things to draw, and fruit seemed like a good option that day. I have a lot of time at work, or work used to. I'll work there again in the winter, but currently at school, I do not work there. But I have a lot of time at that. I had a lot of time at that job and could just freely sketch. I was listening to the Adventure Zone for like the third time, and so I was decided I was going to make another rendition of the characters. I can show a picture on the screen of all of them together, and I was quite happy with how the designs turned out. This was in a restaurant. My parents took me out to eat. I think my sibling was there too, and we went out to eat, and it was nice, and drew some things that were there. More giraffe, because we needed more giraffe. They need to be long and lanky, but not like look long and lanky and awkward, but like not be completely. The thing about these animals is that we want them to have their distinct traits, but we don't want them to like look like they're out of place, like they're so tall that they don't even belong in the place that they're in. So make them look the height they are without actually making them that tall. I hope that made sense. This was more of the designs, so I was trying to design Magnus, and then I looked at the graphic novel of the Adventure Zone to get a better idea of what I wanted. Because while these ideas weren't bad, it just didn't have enough golden retriever energy to it. And then Agnes, because Agnes is a fun little gentleman of a boy, and oh, I particularly really love this design for Lucretia. Her face is just, it's It's got good scrunk to it. It's just good. Yeah, that's how I'm describing that. I was doing some building studies, and then I felt like the page itself was a little bit empty, so I drew Bean, but as like a Godzilla monster about to step on the buildings, or at least sit on them. I'm not sure. He's kind of amazed how of everything. I was messing around with character shapes, particularly faces, and then also like sitting down pose. I don't know, this just it's good. So I was messing around with that, and then there's Bean because Bean's a good space filler, and I like drawing Bean. This is design stuff for the video that I still have not finished. I was actually part of the reason why this video came out so late was because I wanted to release another video in between of the sketchbook tours, and I did post one, but I wanted the Minecraft illustration one. I have something planned for that, and it's going to be a lot more involved, hence why it's taking me so long to finish it. I was designing some of the a character that would show up in it. I'm pretty sure that doesn't look too much like Mumbo Jumbo. I'm hoping not, because then it will just be Mumbo Jumbo as the villain of the story, which is kind of funny. Oh, I was getting, I, I didn't, I was gonna put another tasty food here, but these are all foods that I have eaten, or at least seen eaten. So there's this Japanese restaurant place. It's kind of like a cafeteria sort of place that serves like really good Japanese food, and I I feel like it's the least Americanized Japanese food I can find in America, if that makes sense. And so this was like a croquette curry that had like a fried potato in the middle and then the curry on the outside. That was very tasty. And then this was a chickpea curry I made at home. It has coconut in it. And then my dad got the wonderful idea to put lime in it, and it is very tasty. I drew Mink because I hadn't drawn her in a little bit, and I wanted to draw her in a cute little outfit. I'm thinking this would be like her fall wear. And then Bean. Oh, this is when Spider-Verse came out. And I was like, oh, hey, I should jump on. I should join in the train and draw my spider sona. So this is me like designing out the outfit. This is what I ended up going with. My dad was particularly amused by this page. Canonically with my spider sona, she just was like, "Aw, that's a cute spider," and then the spider betrayed her and bit her. And then the first spider suit is just leggings, a sweatshirt that she redesigned this portion of to have the logo of, and then an actual mask she put effort into. Any other time, it's just she's she's just running around in normal clothes. I was doing some gesture studies, line of action if you ever need to just find good models for poses, clothed or unclothed otherwise. Some more of those. I did a lot of them. You can tell which ones are my favorite based on like the little color that I put around them. Ah, yes. More studies. These ones I spent a little bit longer time on. And then I realized I have not drawn cars yet. I should draw some cars, because I do not know how to draw cars. Or at least, not very well. So, practicing that. And then I did a couple of perspectives of one car. The thing about Pinterest, when you look for a photo, if you click on one of it, it'll try and show you as many other photos that are similar to it as possible without it being the same photo. So once I clicked on one old car, all of the cars that I ended up drawing were old, which is fine. I like old cars. They have nice funky shapes. Some more gesture drawings. This one I did in a pen. This pen, while it's a writing pen, is probably one of my favorite drawing utensils. I like it more than the Micron. Ooh. Uh, yeah, the Micron, maybe I just need new ones or something. I don't know. They don't draw as nicely as I want them to, and it's not as smooth as this Papermate pen. But unfortunately, the Micron one is the one that's waterproof, so I cannot use the Papermate pen for watercolor. I don't. I usually draw on top anyway. Maybe I could continue using it. Who knows? I was drawing some food items that were at my job. So we made sandwiches, and then they had a bowl of chips, and then mustard. And if you're wondering how I got this so bright, I used colored pencil first, and then I took one of my, it's a highlighter, but it's basically a highlighter. I would show you if I had it on me, but it's in the other room, and I do not feel like getting up. Some more people at my job, I think. I think I was drawing people at my job. Yeah. Wait. That was so quick. He just came out of nowhere. Uh, yeah. That's the end of the sketchbook. I guess I just didn't have as much to explain. Oh, all right. Yeah, so this is the end of the sketchbook. I have another one that I finished, but I will be posting it later so I can space these out, give people time to digest and go on. So I'll have another sketchbook tour out for you guys, but I'm hoping to have uh, the Minecraft illustration animation finished before I do that. We will see. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye.